Here is a Saturday garden update. Did want to mow that area because the zinnias are coming up. There's tons of them in there, so I thought, well, they seeded out from this bed last year and the weeds are taking over, so this whole entire bed is going to have to be redone. A little bit of the echinacea survived. But normally, where the cilantro is, it's full of echinacea all the way to the end, so I don't know what happened there. This is the San Marzano and Pace tomato row, and it desperately needs weeded. I trimmed some of the bottom yesterday and tied some of the tomato plants up so the wind won't be trashing them and they won't fall over. They fall over, they can root into the ground and then kind of grow a little wonky. And I like to keep them as a bush. These just recently got planted and I didn't water them for a week. They're not looking too good. I think they'll be okay. Some of them are not. I can replace them. And this needs weeded as well. And this is just some mediums type of tomatoes. These are all the beefsteak tomatoes and a little bit of basil, and they are doing quite well. It does need weeded. I got something going on. The eggplants are doing really well. The green beans are not, so I'm going to have to yank all the green beans out and start over with a fall crop. Here's all the lovely melons and cucumbers. And in here we are supposed to get rain, but we're not going to get that much. So I should have watered this bed. And yeah, it does need some weeding down there. But look at the leeks I planted not long ago. They are really doing well. Look at all the eggplants. Of course, I haven't watered them. I thought they got enough rain that week before when it rained over 5 inches. I don't know exact amount. And these tubs with the peppers are doing quite well. Everything is doing really good in there. This bed never got planted. These never got planted. And they dried up. Can't do it all. Sometimes I mess up. That's just the way it goes. But I got all that weeded yesterday. And most of this is cucumbers and then some melons. I still had a bunch of melons and seed trays I never got planted. These rows never really got planted. Now it's time for fall crops. I'm trying to solarize that little area right there. That's okra down there. This is also some green tomatoes. And we just kind of threw a little hodgepodge of stuff together on that row. I am going to go ahead and plant another whole section right there of green beans and cucumbers. So technically this year I'm getting my summer crop for my fall crop. And the tomato hornworms are just getting me right and left. I've been really pulling them off. Still haven't got the soil in a lot of those beds, but I am going to continue to keep building them for this whole back area. Everything in these tubs is doing quite well. All of this is doing pretty good. I think next year it'll be better. I think this weather pattern this season was just a bit crazy. Of course, I put in all kinds of flowers and the tomato hornworm got in there. Got all that. I think I'm just going to pull all those. I really don't think they're going to, well, maybe they'll bounce back. Yeah, they're starting to bounce back. But I do need to pull the Johnson grass out. There's still a lot of stuff I never got planted over here. We got the vine weed taken care of. Got some stuff planted back here. Those really are tomato varieties I really wanted to collect seeds on. That is the Black Seaman, and I need to build the trellis inside the tub for that. And those are doing quite well. Those actually got planted late. It's not too late. You can still do a fall crop of tomatoes too. All that really needs cleaned up. That's pretty snaky. Keep having more limbs fall. These beds need to be finished. Need to fix these. Just got a little too hot for the spinach and stuff. Back here, I harvested onions yesterday. And then I do need to weed back here. That is pretty snaky. There's just only so much time in the day to get stuff done. And these beds, I'm gonna redo these. Probably in different sections. And where these beds were, I'm gonna pull the T-post out in the panels. And my husband's just gonna scrape all that good soil up. We're gonna put it on a tarp. We're gonna put another black tarp over it and solarize it. Because that's really good soil. And get all the weed seeds out of it and then just start over. So as of right here, I got one of those trimmed up. I didn't get this one trimmed up because I needed to clean all that up, and I want to be cautious with the snakes. So this may not look good and it's not real level, but as far as time goes, I'm not really going to be particular about what it looks like as of right now. All that matters is that it'll be a raised bed I can use for several years and grow some food. So once we get the soil in, and it's not level, and it doesn't have to look beautiful. I'm at the point where all I care about is growing food. Anyway, that's kind of some of the stuff going on. Got some peppers, doing pretty good here. These things, see those little caterpillars? I am finding them all over the farm. They're really wiping out a lot of stuff, them and the tomato hornworms. And then I've got ants. I don't know what these are because there's so many different kinds of caterpillars, but they eat the pepper plants and the tomato plants, and they eat all the kale, them and the little green ones. So they're really not welcome in my garden. I wanted to show you guys this because, believe it or not, if you leave the kale alone right here, when it starts cooling off, they will bounce back. I never got the nematode sprayed in here because this was a bed that I did later. And something has made a home in there. So I have no idea what's in there. That bed never got done. Need to weed in through there. I should have kind of planned this out a little bit better. But